Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, wake up! Welcome to the after party! Wake up, put your hands up, put them up! It's time that you make your voice heard! Wake up, put your hands up, get them up! Hell yeah!
I'll be honest with you, I think I'm just kind of gonna phone it in. I got nothing today.
What's the matter?
I don't know, I think I just... who even knows?
Are you coming out from like a coke binge or something?
Not to the knowledge of myself.
Oh. Well, you never know.
I fucking hope not.
We are the still real after party.
I swear I don't do cocaine.
I am your host, Zanca. I've been known to partake, but not any time recently.
Jesus.
And my
you're
co-host.
a child. What is wrong with you?
That's why it hasn't been recent.
I feel like it'd be more so.
You have a child, man. Trying to keep up with the little fuckers.
Well, I don't want a child. I'm good. I might have the one that I don't know about, but
right.
Other than that, I'm good. I'm all set.
I got one. I claimed it.
Yeah, well.
This is my co-host, Jake.
Hello. That's me.
Jake.
Yeah.
Backlash.
It happened.
That was an awful pay-per-view.
It was really bad. And it might go down as the worst one in a very long time. Okay, it will go down as the worst one in a very long time. It will definitely be the worst one of the year, I hope.
It was the awful main event. Awful main event. And I'm a fan of both guys. I like Joe and Reigns.
It was bad.
It was bad.
There's a lot bad about it.
I was thinking if they flipped the order of every match, it would have been a decent pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, even Roman and Joe could have been like in the middle, and I would have been like, all right, fine, whatever.
If it opened, it would have been fine. That's
Sure.
what I'm saying. Like it was just, but it was boring.
But we'll get into that a little bit later on.
Yeah, because we made predictions, and I believe something happened.
I'm a fucking loser.
All right, so let's set this up correctly.
I'm not excited about this.
Jake,
Yeah.
tell me I'm the winner. Just say it. It's okay. It doesn't hurt.
Zanca,
Yes.
you are the winner of Backlash predictions.
Insert applause here.
Yay!
Yeah, so basically, I won. So now you're getting put in the chop shop right now.
Explain to people what that is.
How this is going to work is I'm giving you an out because I know you really don't want to be chopped.
I don't.
So I recruited my buddy over here, Mr. Caleb.
I mean, he was my buddy first, but that's fine.
Yeah, but I've taken over.
Whatever.
It's basically like
12 plus years of friendship just down the shitter then.
he's my Bo Dallas and I'm Curtis Axel. You're Bray Wyatt. I took Axel.
So none of us are getting... Well, I'm kind of getting a push right now, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right.
What are we doing?
Basically, my man's pretty good at impressions.
Okay.
I'm going to have him do some promos that you should know, but maybe if they're done in a different voice, it'll give you a little bit of a fucking hassle.
It's going to be trouble for me, for sure.
Now, you can take liberties with these. I'm giving you the promo.
All right.
Do what you got to do. Now, Jake, if you get it right, you don't get chopped.
Right.
Everyone you get wrong, you get chopped.
It's fair.
We made the deal that it would be 3 chops.
Yep. Or three
Or
questions.
3 wins.
Yeah.
So you have a way out either way.
I'm going to at least miss one.
But no matter
sure.
what, I'm the champ of predictions until next pay
You win. You win.
All right. Mr. Caleb,
Yes, sir.
let's step right up.
All right.
Jake, your first promo. Let the chop shop begin.
All right.
First thing you need to know is that I am the best ever wrestler in the world, ever. I've been the best ever since day one when I walked into this company. And I've been vilified and hated since day one.
Sounds like something Trump might say by himself, but I know for a fact that would be CM Punk.
All right. Down 1 chop. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Nailed it.
That was an easy one. Let's get right in to round 2.
All
Go.
right.
And in a personal message to Hulk Hogan, you are a household word, but so is garbage, and that stinks when it gets old too.
All right, so I believe that was supposed to be Cleveland Brown.
Yes, you are correct.
But I don't get any points for that. Oh man.
Would you like to do it again? You
Yeah,
need it
go
one more time?
one more time.
All right.
Go one more
Hit it
time.
one more time, buddy.
And in a personal message to Hulk Hogan, you are a household word, but so is garbage, Loretta. And it stinks when it gets old too. Get off of me!
Whoa, it's hard to It's hard to tell if it's newer Hulk or older Shawn Michaels. Damn it.
1 chop.
Hit me, boy.
Ready?
No.
Here we go.
Oh, son of a bitch. Look at that. Look at the spike. Look at the audio spike. I'm going to have to lower that shit. Woo. All right, little Ric Flair action.
You
Who
ready?
was it?
Jim Cornette.
Oh my God! Yeah,
That was the
fucking
toughest
right.
one I have.
Yeah,
the next
fucking
one
right.
is pretty easy if you're paying attention.
All right, let's go.
All right, round 3.
Oh, I'm excited.
Hit it.
You want Brett? You're not gonna get Brett because I screwed Brett.
Oh,
I did it once, and I'd do it again.
wait.
If Brett the Hitman Hart had any guts, and he walked down the aisle tonight, stepped into this ring, and looked me eye to eye like a man, I'd say, Hitman, I screwed you once, and I'll screw you again.
I mean, it can be one of two people, but I would assume it to be Vince, right? Is it Sean?
Chop time!
Damn it! It was Sean. Was it Sean?
It was Sean.
It was 1 or 2.
Count me down.
From what?
From 3.
3,
From 2.
2, 1. Ah! Oh, that one wasn't as bad. The audio didn't spike as much on that one.
Good. Caleb, my man, you want to give away any of your Twitter handles, Instagrams? You want people to follow you?
You want people to like you? You want to just
goes
be...
through the night?
You can add me on Instagram, Caleb Smalls. I think with like 4 or 5 Z's. You can be the judge of that. But I'm not really on Twitter much, unfortunately.
Well, we'll tag you in this post on Instagram, man. Thank you very much, Caleb.
Thanks, pal.
So, let's get into our actual review of Backlash. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm super excited after that whole thing.
And we're going to have a little guest join us to help us out. It was actually one of our Patreon subscribers.
Our very first, even.
Very first.
So he's special in our hearts.
He goes, underscore that wrestling guy, underscore. He's an Aussie, so if you can't understand him, can't help you.
Oh, it worked. Hello?
Yeah, hey, what's going on?
Dude, you're awake. Nice.
Yeah, shit. I'm up.
All right, so I'm Zanca. This is Jake. We're
What
talking with Sam. Would
Hey,
you like to
how's
give
it going,
your
guys?
Instagram handle?
Yeah, it's just that wrestling guy. So if you type that in, you'll be able to find me.
Awesome. So
Oh
you
my
want,
God.
Yeah.
You want to do some Backlash?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
do it.
talk Backlash. We'll start
Yeah.
with match number 1 here. In my opinion, best match of the night. We had Seth Rollins versus The Miz. What do you think? We'll go to Zanca first.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think, like I was saying, if this whole card was swapped, if they just flipped all the orders, if the main event was the opener and this headlined, I think we would be talking about a different pay-per-view because I thought the whole pay-per-view as a whole was awful. But this match was, I loved everything about this match. All the false finishes. I thought it was great. I thought it was pretty much everything you expect out of a Seth Rollins pay-per-view match. So.
And The Miz, too. I mean,
And
he's
The
been
Miz
putting
as well,
on
yeah.
hell of a matches for as long as I can remember now. All right, Sam, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, guys. This was definitely the standout match of the night. Like, crowd was on. Both guys, just like, seems like they're at their peak at the moment, aren't they? Really, just like the Miz on fire, Seth on fire. So literally burning it down in the ring. So it was a really good opener, but shame, it kind of went downhill from there.
It gets rough after this.
Yeah.
So, pizza slice ratings. I'm going to give it a 6 and the crust, which is our equivalent of a 6.5, because it was my personal match of the night, and I enjoyed it a ton.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 7 slices.
I almost did. Yeah.
Sam, you know how that works, right? We go 1 through 8 pizza slices.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the match?
Yeah, I'm a fan of your show, guys. I know how it works.
Hell yes.
Look,
Nice.
I'm a bit, So I was thinking about it before. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Hell yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
the critical raider over
I
here.
like it.
Yeah, me too.
Tough guy. Dig
Here's
it.
where
Yeah,
it gets
definitely.
rough, and it starts at match 2. Next up, we
Yeah.
had Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, I kind of thought this played out exactly how I thought it was gonna. It was gonna be kind of a rough match to watch. There were some spots that weren't so
It
bad,
was okay
but
at
yeah.
best.
But
It's weird seeing Alexa dominate that match, though, which she did most of the time. And I have a hot take on this. You guys both probably know I'm not a huge Sasha guy, right? Nia's made my list
as what?
as wrestlers I do not care for.
Well,
And I'll tell you why. Because for someone like her, she is booked as the most pathetic vanilla babyface on the face of the planet. And I hate it. I'm over it. The experiment is over. Carry on.
the only thing I don't like about it is there's a ton of great female wrestlers at the moment, and she's
Not one of them.
not that, and not really a believable babyface. I
No.
mean, she towers Alexa Bliss, and
Alexa Bliss was dominating that whole match. It didn't make any sense to me.
the 5'2" girl was supposed to be the heel, the evil villain.
Oh, and I'm gonna compliment
Yeah.
Sasha real quick. Purple hair, love it. And I never thought I'd say that.
You're coming around, dude.
I think I am, because Nia's up there on my list and Sasha's going down. So
What's your take on it from over in Australia?
Yeah, look, pretty much the same as you guys. Like, it's usually an easy story to tell, isn't it? With
Right.
the big giant versus the little person. That's probably not politically correct, but we're not that politically correct down here in Australia.
I'm
we're
not
not
either,
either,
so
so.
you're good, brother.
Yeah, cool. It was just weird, and Nia's fallen pretty quickly. Like, the fans were pretty hot for her.
yeah, she was getting booed.
Weren't they? Yeah, they've turned on her quick, and then, she wasn't even on Raw the next night. So, I mean, yeah, that was just it was just really weird, and I completely agree with you guys on that one.
Her promo at the end made my dick crawl back inside my body.
That's what put her on my list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was just too much
100%.
cheese.
It was so pathetic. It was. I mean, that's not her fault, really. Her delivery was so boring, though, that I didn't care anyway, and I cared even less because she did it terribly.
Yeah, 100%. No, that was bad. That was bad. Get her off the mic. Don't let her do it again.
I know.
please.
All right, so Pizza Slice. I'm gonna say, just because I liked watching Alexa dominate for a little while, I'm gonna say a 3.
Damn, son.
Well, I know, just because of Alexa, really.
All right.
Nia did nothing for me.
I'm going to give it a 2
That's
because Alexa's entrance, I loved her crown.
She looks so wrong without that women's title.
I know.
It's so wrong.
Yeah.
All right,
Do you
what
like
do you
that
think?
crown? You like that crown? Wow. I'm going to carry 2 pizza slices as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Maybe
We're all in the
bigger
ballpark.
Alexa guy, whatever. All right, next up, match 3. This one was okay. We had Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton for the U.S. title. It was a match.
Yeah, it's basically two guys you've seen for a while have the same match you've seen for a while.
As I like to say, it was Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton in 2018.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, it was fine.
It was
I mean,
run of
it's
the
not
mill.
memorable,
Yeah.
but it was watchable, I guess. And these two, they're just good performers. They're good workers, so it was fine.
On this card, it stood out.
Which is bad. Which
I'd
is
say it
real
was
bad.
probably the third best match.
Which is also real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just I'm gonna go right into it. I'm gonna say it was a 4, probably.
Yeah, I'll go 3 just because it was run of the mill.
If I gave the women a 3, I have to give this one a 4 because it
Yeah.
was better than that. And I like Jeff.
We should
I
have came
don't-
down with me and Sam. We gave the women a 2.
Hey, listen, I can't change it
now
now.
we got room to work with. Yeah.
I just want to eat all the pizza. All right, I'll take the whole thing, but we won't get there on this pay-per-view. We ain't getting there. All right, what'd you give it?
I gave it a 3. Yeah.
All right, what about you, Sam?
Yeah, I'll go a 3 as well.
All right, fine.
both-
I'm the fucking mark.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we had Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass, which should have been okay, and it was not great.
It was all right. Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. Daniel Bryan's fun to watch. I like Big Cass, and not many other people do, and I get it. But yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was okay. This is a match, like a card of okay and then bad, and then one really good. That's it.
What's your take on this match, Sam?
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought they'd give Big Cass the W. I really did. I thought that him coming back, his first proper pay-per-view match back. I'm not going to count the Greatest Royal Rumble appearance, but
Right.
I think that I thought that Big Cass was going to get the win. I thought that it wouldn't have hurt Daniel Bryan that much. I mean, he's so over, and they could have, Daniel Bryan's redemption kind of story the next kind of pay-per-views. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it was okay, like you guys saying, but I was surprised. I thought they'd give Big Cass the nod, give him a big win, like really establish that new character, even though it is a little bit terrible.
Yeah, I picked him to win too. And again, it's just a run of the mill heel. It's nothing really stand out about
Yeah.
it.
This was almost the match that kept me out of the chop shop this week. Almost.
Yeah.
And I'm pissed. Fucking Daniel Bryan being a face.
I give it a 3, 4. I give 3.5.
3 in the crust?
Yeah, 3 in the crust.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah, I'll say that as well.
Yeah, 3 in the crust.
All right, sweep it.
All around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Next up, we had Carmella versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title. What do we think, Zanca?
I think
Ooh.
Charlotte is the best female performer,
Yes. Overall, yes.
Overall, I think this match, it wasn't memorable.
No.
But
But
it wasn't bad.
It was kind of a rest hold kind of match, but I get why, because that's the only way Carmella will beat Charlotte is with a match like that's more slow paced and with a bunch of rest holds, really.
It seemed more like a match fit for SmackDown than a pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely, but I get it. Like,
Right, yeah.
To further Carmella's like arrogant heel storyline, it made complete sense. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah. I mean, it's not believable for me for Carmella to be like beating up on Charlotte in those rest holds like that. I just I couldn't believe it. Like, Charlotte is, I like to call, like, she's a beast. She's the best women's performer going at the moment.
Oh, easily.
And it was a clean finish, right? So
Right,
I
yeah.
mean, where were my girls, the Iconics? The down up. Where were my
Hey,
girls? from
listen,
Sydney?
I'm right there with you. I'm not Australian, but they are my girls as well.
Yeah. Where were they? Like, that made logical sense in the story
Yeah,
for
I
them
know.
to come out and, make it a screwy finish, and set that up going forward. I was really surprised with that.
I would have bet my nuts on it that they were coming out.
Yeah,
it
it
made
just makes sense.
Yeah. I'm glad
Yeah,
I didn't.
definitely.
I still got them, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I wish they came out. I wish there was more to it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to rank this one.
I'd give it a 3.
Yeah, I guess
2
I'll
or
do that
3.
as
I
well.
mean, I
I'll
thought
give
it was better than the Nia Bliss match, but it wasn't anything standout.
I'll just keep them the same because, again, I'm a huge Carmella guy, so at least the right person won in this particular situation. But yeah, I'll give it a 3 as well.
Yeah, look, I'm going 2 and cross, guys. I'm not
That's
going
fine.
like 3. Yeah.
Hey, you were
Yeah.
entitled to your opinion, man.
If the Iconics came out and cost her the victory,
Oh,
I
8
would
out of
bumped
8.
it to up
Oh,
like 2,
yeah.
3
8 out of 8
points,
for the Iconics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm ordering 2 pizzas right there.
Yes, I love it. Next up, we had the second best match of the night.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE title.
Watching it, I was upset about the finish, and then 2 seconds later, I was like, "This makes perfect sense."
It makes so much
Right,
sense
'cause
because
they're gonna
the
keep
feud
going.
gets to keep going,
Right.
and I'm so excited for it.
And I gotta say, the whole Rochambeau finish when they just fucking both teed off on each other's dicks.
I loved
was
when they
like-
showed it in slow motion too, because you just saw the fucking AJ's dick and balls just up in his inside of him. It was terrifying.
These guys, man, I'm telling you, I've heard of like strong style, but this is a different kind.
Dong style.
This is just
Joey Ryan style.
brutal, man.
But yeah, I loved it. I mean, I think it was better than their Mania match. It might have been better than their Greatest Royal Rumble match, but they were more on par with each
You
other.
can tell they're ramping it up each match. It's getting
absolutely.
better and better. And once there's a finish, people will go crazy for it. I'm sure.
I think Shinsuke will be winning in the finish too, and that'll be a whole new addition to the story too.
The funny thing about this match, though, is at my house, my girl was putting our kid to bed, and she comes out and she goes, "Oh, what'd I miss?" I go, "A lot of dick punching." I was
Tons of
I don't
dick
know-
play. Like,
I don't
that's
know
what
how
you
to
missed.
explain it. I was like, there was a lot of dicks.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the
What was
storyline.
your take, Sam?
Yeah, look, so many. I can't remember a storyline that's had this many low blows and nut shots.
I know.
Like, it's just like, it's a crazy amount, but I'm enjoying it. And I know a couple of people out there in internet land were a bit, upset with the finish. But yeah, it progresses the story well, and they can keep going. But I don't know what the next nut shot is. Like, I'm fearful of what they're going to do. Like, they've punched, they've kicked. Like, what's next? Like, are they just going to, like, set their nuts on fire? I'm not sure. Like, a set on nut on fire match. I don't know what's next, but I'm
Nuts on
looking
a
forward
pole
to it.
match is next.
Yeah,
Sounds
nuts on a
uncomfortable.
pole, something.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going to be... I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what they do next.
I say
because-
they just bring out a small end table, both put their sacks out there, and they both just take hammer fists, and whoever lasts the longest wins.
it's an I Quit match. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Pizza Slice, though, I
Pizza
thought this was
Slice,
better than their Mania match, and
It
I gave
was.
their Mania match, I believe, a 4. So I'll give this one a 4 in the crust, because once there's a finish, it's going to blow. I thought the whole match leading up to the finish, though, was great. It was very strong.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat the shit out of each other, so I give it 4 in the crust, possibly 5 slices.
I'm going to give it 5 because I didn't like it as much as Miz and Rollins, and I gave that a 6. So I'm going to... Or a 6.5, I think. So I'll give this a 5 because it was enjoyable. I like that there was kind of a dusty finish where we don't know what's going to happen next. So yeah, 5, maybe even 5.5.
Yeah, look, I'm going to give it 5 as well. And yeah, like, another thing, why wasn't this the main event?
I know, man. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go off on that for a minute, because I have some thoughts, too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, man, like, come on. It's... What's the title called? It's the WWE title, isn't it? It's the championship. Like, it's
And there's no
it
universal
should be the
title being
number-
defended.
No, No, it's your big title, so that goes on last. That's from the dawn of time with wrestling. Your title match goes on last.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And, we'll talk about that match next, but I mean, no wonder like fans were like just shitting on it because it's fair enough. Like, fuck, man, you got to have had your title match on last, and these guys are 2 A-grade quality stars. Like, let them have the main event. Like, for fuck's sake.
I think the only thing I can think of is because of the dusty finish, they wanted to keep it off. But they treat that title like it's the IC title.
It's the B title,
right? And you can't. There's so much there's so much prestige behind that title. There's everything.
And there's nothing behind the Universal title, and it's held by Brock, who sucks.
Well, yeah, he hates. Well, you listen.
He knows.
But I feel like putting that match on where they put it, even with the finish, it would have been a better main event than the main event they put out there, because that finish wasn't that strong.
No.
All right, so let's get to the next match, which fucked me on predictions as well. We have Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Cammy.
I had high hopes for this match, and it didn't deliver, and I think
fine.
I think maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much.
It was kind of enjoyable because, I mean, Braun Strowman is entertaining.
Right.
That's it.
But Sammy and Kevin, they can go with anybody.
Yeah,
and Braun is entertaining. Bobby Lashley's entertaining. I don't know. I think it was lacking something. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a terrible match.
Right, no, it was okay. It was watchable.
Yeah.
Which is more than we can say for a lot of it. I like that there was a bit of dissension in the ranks between Kevin and Sammy. Sammy slapped the shit out of KO and then left. It was great.
Their dialogue between the two of them was my favorite part of the match.
Yeah.
The stuff that the cameras obviously were meant to pick up. It was fucking hilarious, man. I'm sorry, I went too far. I didn't mean to slap you. Like,
those two
great.
together are great, and as much as like their feuds are even greater possibly, having them together is perfect right now, and I don't want them to split up.
I'll say this. Lashley's finisher, I hope, is not a suplex.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
I know he
he's
can't
gonna
use
kill
the
someone.
spear because that's Roman's thing
He's gonna
now,
kill someone.
but it's got to be something different.
Yeah.
What do you think of this match?
He's got to stop doing that, doesn't he? Wow.
Bad.
Oh, he's gonna kill them all.
He almost killed Cass at the fucking greatest Royal Rumble.
I know, man. Look, yeah, it was good. I love Kevin and Sammy. Like, Kevin's got to be like the best. Yeah, I'm gonna talk like ring talker. So his vocals in the ring, like unbelievable. Like he just comes. I think he just comes up with that stuff on the fly too. Like it's just unbelievable. Like all that kind of. Yeah. So it was an okay match. I thought that I don't know. Is Lashley getting the face reaction still, like from that initial pop when he came back from
Not after his promo about his sisters, I'll tell you.
I know. So maybe like I don't know, I would have liked to see, a Braun and Lashley, feud, little setup there.
Yeah,
maybe
right at the end, it would have been a perfect time for a heel turn, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, because I don't think those cheers are gonna die down naturally, I think, with Lashley anyway, just because, I don't know, I think he'd be a great heel for Braun and a draw. Definitely.
And he can learn. They can both learn from each other, whereas Braun obviously is a younger guy, and then Lashley's been in the business for fucking forever.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be perfect feud for Braun next. So, but as far as the rating, look, I'll go 3 and crust for the rating. I didn't rate it that highly.
I'm with you.
I'll say 4, just because I like Braun, I like Lashley. That's fine. And I like everyone involved in the match.
Yeah, I do too.
Just the execution, and I like the storyline that kind of went on with Sammy and Kevin, so I'll give it a 4.
I'll say this, the story between Sammy and Kevin, you didn't need Braun and Lashley. They were just kind of there.
They were there to win.
To pick up the win,
it.
yeah.
And that fucked me on predictions.
Good, I'm glad.
No, I'm not glad.
Let's get right into this fucking main event, dude.
Can we not? Can we not talk about it and say we didn't?
The opening 10 seconds of this match, before the bell rang,
they were great.
Was the best part.
Yeah.
Then after that, I look at my clock. I don't know what time it is where you're from, brother, because we're all fucked up because we've been trying to do this for a little bit.
This is true.
Yeah.
But at my time, it was 11:30 at night, and usually these go to about 11. And I'm looking up, and it's a headlock for like 6 minutes.
It didn't make any sense. The timing was off. There were chants, like this is boring chants, and during a Samoa Joe match, that is unheard of.
It is the most going through the motions match I've ever. This is like when you were younger and you got to be home alone for the full day, and you're on like your 4th jerk sesh, and you're just trying to get it out. You're not really there for the enjoyment anymore. You're just like,
you're just there because you were available to do it.
Just here for the payday.
Oh my god.
It wasn't a great match.
No.
What do you think, Sam?
It's not.
Yeah, well, with the time zone, so our pay-per-views are on like the next day, if that makes sense. So, Backlash was on Monday at around midday. So it's weird. Like, so we get basically Tuesday Night Raw. Yeah, it's weird. We're in the future, so the future's pretty good. Anyway, oh god, man, like. They've had such good matches before in the past, like intensity, like Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns, like usually just beat the shit out of each other, and it's pretty
their
good.
feud before this was fine.
Yeah, and I don't know, just something wasn't there, and as soon as you just lost the fans, and they were just chanting whatever what was the chant? Beat the traffic.
Dude, that chant, I usually am not a fan of too many. I mean, I'm not the guy that's like, you're there, you paid to watch. But this chant was my favorite chant I've ever heard.
There was CM Punk chants. There was "This is boring"
the CM
chants.
Punk
there
chant
were
is old news.
Beat the traffic.
Beat the
I know.
traffic
Yeah.
is new.
That's
I like
great.
it.
I do too.
Yeah. I'm the same. I don't usually. I think that Monday after WrestleMania, that novelty's worn off. I hate that. I hate all those. They think they're the most.
I mean, some of them are
fuckers in the world.
okay,
Yeah.
but some of them get overwhelming.
Exactly. So the fact that they were chanting that, and then they just lost the fans, and you could see them, walking out, and no one really cared, did they, with the results? So it was really disappointing to sort of pretty shitty pay-per-view, wasn't it? Pretty shitty ending.
It didn't make sense for a couple of reasons. They're on separate brands.
Yep.
So it's basically a blow-off match. Mm-hmm. There's no title involved.
Nope.
There's no stakes.
Nothing.
No.
There's no reason to care about the match other than, I mean, I'm not a Roman hater. I like him, and I like
Roman
Joe.
as well.
Yeah,
The match fucking sucked, and there was no reason to be involved. Even if it was a shitty match and there was like a number one contendership on the line, I'd be more intense to hang out and see what's going. But there was nothing.
Right. As far as the finish goes, having Roman go over in this case made no sense to me because Joe has been staking the claim for the WWE title.
Yeah.
Now he has nothing. He has nothing to go off of. He wasn't even on SmackDown this week. Like, what's the point?
He beat the traffic.
Yeah, he beat the
Yeah, he
traffic.
did. Yeah. I mean, Joe's positioned as he's supposed to be this. Yeah, his promo is setting up to this as well. It's just like, I'm going to come out there and I'm going to fuck Roman up, and I believe that. I believe that totally with his promos, and then the next stop is the title on SmackDown. But it just kills a bit of his momentum, and the fans start to believe, well, Joe just talks shit and he can't back it up. Like, is that like the next thing for Joe over at SmackDown? I don't know.
It's like,
hopefully he can. Yeah.
It's like the Bray situation where he talks such a great promo, and then it's not him, the way they booked him. It started getting to the point where you just didn't give a shit about his promo because you're like, oh, he's gonna lose this feud anyway.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with Joe because he is a machine, no pun intended.
And he's one of the best talkers in the business.
Right. And the guy, he can cut a promo. He's got it all. He should have won. I mean, Roman can take the loss, and he's still where he's going to be no matter what.
And that's a storyline for Roman. He just keeps losing until maybe he gets to Brock again somehow, and then wins that.
Right.
Like something. Give him something. He has nothing right now.
Yeah, and that's a great storyline for Roman.
Exactly.
Like him being in a losing streak. We haven't seen that. That's like Roman struggling with losses. Like, give us that. Give us something a bit different. So,
second guessing himself, that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's jump into ratings. What do you think, Zach?
I'm not ordering the pizza. I'm gonna give.
If you had to order at least a slice.
No, I'm gonna give before the bell rang. I'll give it 3 slices.
All right.
After the bell rang, I'm
You
fucking
threw the pizza
regurgitating this pizza.
Fucking threw it out. I'll give it I'll give it a 2, just because I liked it better than anything Brock's involved in. So that's my rating.
Yeah, Brock and Roman matches are more entertaining than that was.
I can't give Brock a better rating. I can't do it because I gave their Mania match a 1. I did give the cage match a 3, I think. But
I hope Brock finds you one day and he's like, I heard you talking shit.
I hope Brock never finds me because I'll die.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, what's up? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 1. I can't give a Samoa Joe match nothing. I have to give him 1. Just for Samoa Joe. I love him so much. He's
I'll give
one
him
of my
some
favorites of all
pepperoni
time.
or something.
Yeah. Give him a little.
The greasy box it comes in.
But hey, Sam, man, this was fun, dude.
Yeah, it
Thank
was
you
awesome.
so much. Well, we gotta do it again, I think.
For sure, yeah.
I
I mean,
enjoyed it.
you
If you're
flow
up for
well
it.
with our fucking stupidity, so.
I know it sucks. It's like 4 a.m. or wherever the hell you are.
Yeah, right.
it's like fucking 6 and there's no one around, man. It's still dark here, but that's cool. It's been fun. I really appreciate you having me on, boys, and we'll chat again.
Yeah,
cool.
awesome.
Sounds great, brother.
Yep.
Again, follow him on Instagram, do all that jazz. I'll tag you in the post when I put this up. Have a good one, brother.
Thanks, man.
Legends, you too. See you guys.
So, Chop Shop,
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
Backlash, check.
yeah. One hurt significantly more than the other.
Which one? Backlash watching it,
Yep.
right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll take 20 chops before I watch Backlash again.
I'll say this. After going through the matches, though, and talking about them, there was a lot more mediocre than bad.
Yeah.
So, like, I thought the whole thing was bad, you know what I'm saying?
I know. We didn't get to mention the Elias segment either. But
That
the Elias segment was one of the best parts of the night because
Yeah.
it was just a reason to get everybody on the show. Like everybody wasn't there,
Five
but it was
slices.
just it was just
Five
fun.
slices.
It was just
I liked
fun,
it. It was-
and that's what you kind of got to look for in this sea of mediocrity.
I'll say, you want to just jump into Raw, I guess? I mean, Raw happened. It wasn't.
Raw exists.
Raw pretty much went
I mean, there was
right
some
after Backlash.
there was some decent stuff. Like there was good some highlights.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, if you're picking. If
yeah,
you're watching 3 hours, though, it was a lot of not highlights.
Well, I didn't watch it at all, so
I'll
there's
take
that.
the reins.
The Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns?
All right, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. So it pretty much started off with Kurt Angle announcing qualifying matches for the night, which is great. I mean, I'm excited to see who they put in these matches.
What you missed is Kurt Angle went back to Kurt Angle form and was really flubbing, kind of confusing.
He was doing so well.
Yeah, I
for
know.
Like
He had a
little
good
bit.
run.
He was doing so well. Oh well. So the first one we have was Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens.
All right, you did not watch. So let me back you up real quick.
Well, they came out and interrupted, and I know that
Angle
much.
was doing his promo, and then Braun comes down and tells us a little story.
Okay.
And you know how I know Braun is over? He told this long-ass story about his childhood,
Okay.
and there was no what chance.
Oh,
People were listening.
that's good.
So basically, Braun said he murdered a bunch of his neighborhood kids when he was a kid.
Oh.
And then went over fine, and then Kevin Owens comes out and goes, "You're a bad monster.
Oh.
Bad monster."
I love Kevin Owens.
It was just like that, too.
Well, I mean, that's good. Braun's a murderer, and apparently that's a face thing to do in Vince's eyes. So, so Braun won that match.
Yeah.
Braun's in Money in the Bank.
It wasn't a bad match either.
No?
I enjoyed it, man. I mean, Braun Strowman running around the ring and just steamrolling Kevin Owens
great.
was the highlight of my night.
It's so good. I will watch Strowman matches just all the time. It's so good. So what happened next?
You want me to tell you? Because it wasn't really much. There
Corbin and the Revival?
there was that. And that was just a way to get Corbin on the show, I believe, and
I
pick
told
up
you.
a win.
I told you I'm phoning it in.
I know.
I got
know.
nothing. I got nothing for you.
I can tell you the match wasn't that great. They kind of just were like, they put together a,
I don't even have their names written down. It was No Way Jose and Titus Worldwide.
yeah. And it's like, yeah, we get it.
Who cares?
I'm
I
saying.
even wrote it down. Who cares?
They put them together, and it's like there's no affiliation except that they're all black, and that's Vince's way of saying like, "Oh, you guys can be a team." He does it with every a New Day. It's
That
like
is true. But with the New Day, it works.
it works, and it's awesome.
This doesn't make any sense.
It just didn't make. Yeah, I mean, unless No Way ends up joining Titus Worldwide, which would be kind of cool. I think him and Apollo.
Sure, but that
It's
is
the only
probably-
way I think No Way Jose is going to get any run on the main roster.
I don't think he's going to get a run anyway. He's going to be on the show more than Ty Dillinger, but that's about it.
Well, Ty was on SmackDown
Kind of.
with his new haircut.
He looked great.
He did.
He looked like $1 million.
I'll say this: maybe that hair was holding him
He
back.
looked like $10 million.
That deserves another chop.
Please
if I'm
don't.
gonna be honest with
I
you.
already got 2. I don't need any more. I could have used a third, I guess, but
Yeah,
no.
so Corbin picks up the win, and that was about it. It wasn't really anything to write home about.
It is the number one match of who cares. Like it was just there to. There was a lot of filler in both shows. Less in SmackDown, but way more in this because it's 3 hours.
There was a lot of promos, cell phone promos, the selfie promo there. It was a lot of that. None of them really that great. I know this isn't Raw, but the only one that really stood out to me was Shelton Benjamin. I thought his was really good.
Oh, on SmackDown?
Yeah, and the rest of it was just kind of nah.
I don't like those iPhone promos
I don't
anyway.
either. I do not either.
So next up, I don't know if there's anything in between, but the next match up was Sasha versus Ember versus Riot.
Good match.
I want to actually go back and watch this because All three involved are stellar performers, and as much as I talk shit about Sasha, she is a hell of a wrestler. And like I said, she's climbing up my list. She's getting better.
You'd like this match, and she performed really well.
She always
in this
does,
match.
and that's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And Ruby Riott, she's been putting on crazy good matches, and then Ember always does as well. So
I'll say the match was great. Didn't need the whole Bailey thing. I understand why they did it. She came down and took out the rest of the Riot Squad or whatever.
okay, so kind of to
Sasha
be like,
still lost. So
yeah, right.
like,
It didn't help.
and Bailey didn't interfere to the point where she caused Sasha to lose. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So there was really no need other than to take them out. But,
I like the winner. Ember Moon won. Mm-hmm. I like that. But after what Ruby Riott's been doing, I would prefer Ruby Riott. But one of those squad members, I think it's going to be Liv Morgan, is going to be in that match. So
yeah, see, I think it's got to be someone who's going to cash in on Raw. I think someone from Raw has to win because they're building Nia as,
I mean, I agree with you. We're early, super early on any kind of predictions or anything. But so far, both of my early winners are on SmackDown again, which is not going to happen. But it was a SmackDown pay-per-view last time. But
the reason why I'm saying this is because I agree with you. I think Ruby Riott getting into the match, getting the briefcase, because I personally think it should be someone from Raw, if Nia is still champ by that time, which I don't see why she wouldn't be. I think Ruby Riott would be the best case because it's her, it's the squad that could take out Nia. Nia is supposed to be a baby face, even though I don't know why.
she's awful.
And Ruby Riott is a great heel, and I like the Riot Squad. I think they're all great, so I agree.
Yeah.
I think she should have won, but I like Ember too.
Oh,
So
Ember could win it very well, like
Right.
easily a possible winner. And I think we're finally going to get Sasha Bailey at Money in the Bank, maybe.
yeah.
I would hope so. 'Cause
Something's gotta
They
happen
need
soon.
something,
Right.
and it's going to be a great match. They always put on great matches. This is another who cares match in my opinion, but it kind of set up for something that happens later on. It was Chad Gable versus Jinder Mahal, and it was not a bad Jinder Mahal match, really. From what I've
dominated.
heard.
He dominated, but again, it was a Jinder Mahal match.
Right.
And then those don't seem to be getting any better because it's going to be Jinder Roman.
he seems to work better with smaller guys, so the Roman thing is going to be a nightmare.
I think Gable's he can sell his ass off.
Well,
That's
Gable's a good
basically
worker.
all he did in this match.
So Jinder won. Yeah. Whatever. That happened. We had the show, which is Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. That's not their real name yet, but I think it's going to be. Versus Slater and Rhino. The obvious people won.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was thinking,
Go ahead.
there's not very many tag teams that weren't just thrown together guys.
Yeah, but this works really well.
No, I know. I don't mind.
Right.
Are you talking Drew and
Zig,
I
yeah.
don't mind it at all. I agree with you. As a matter of fact, they're probably my favorite tag team going because I'm interested right now.
I'm with you because I like both involved. I've always been a Ziggler guy.
Me too, yeah.
Even when he's done nothing. But I don't know. He's always done great character work. He's a hell of a wrestler. And putting him with Drew, he's not younger really, but they're just a perfect fit right now, and they are believable heels.
When Drew came out with his entrance music before it switched to Ziggler's, and he stood at the top of the ramp, I'm looking at him like, that guy should be champ.
He will be. I
Like,
think he will
he's
be.
got the look. He's big. He's menacing. I just think he's got. I'm
Sky's-
sold.
sky's
And he's
the
great
limit.
in the ring.
Sky's the limit for Drew McIntyre, which is shocking to say after the first run of his.
Well, he killed it in TNA.
I know.
Man. I mean, him and EC3 had a feud that I was in love with back then. I mean,
Right.
They both were cutting great promos on each other, and yeah, I just think Drew's. Don't discount his NXT run. I mean, he did lose to Almas, I think.
Yeah. And Almas is the one who injured him too. So I
Right.
thought he would have a little bit more time to kind of figure that out. But no, they just called him up when he was fine, and that was that. But I'm fine with it because they're using him properly so far, which is shocking because look at Bobby Roode, look at Shinsuke at the beginning, look at some of these people who have been called up from NXT and done nothing.
Well, Rude they've given chances to. He's won the U.S. title.
You know what the common denominator is here? It's Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
But this time he's not against him; he's with him,
Right.
because the other two times didn't work.
Yeah, I see it, man.
Which I
think
just noticed.
Rude, they've given the chance to.
He's
think
working on it. He
stuck-
shouldn't be a face.
He's stuck as a face. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's bad. Speaking of,
You missed the 3MB chant, by the way.
I
That happened,
believe
dude.
that.
And Slater was in the ring with him, and he goes, "Welcome home, baby."
Oh yeah, Slater. Yeah, that's
And
right.
then there was the 3MB chant.
That's
It was awesome.
fantastic. We just needed Jinder, and it would have been a reunion.
The commentators did not mention it.
Nope, they
at
can't.
all.
Vince is like, do not fucking
Yeah.
do that. Speaking of Bobby Roode, we had the blow-off match for Bobby Roode and Elias.
Nope.
No, you're probably right.
Pretty sure this is gonna continue.
Yep, and how was it? Any good?
Again, the highlight was Elias in the beginning.
Of course.
It was the best part.
Elias is one of the best things every week anyway, just because
talked-
he's super entertaining.
Talk shit about everybody that interrupted him at Backlash. Talk shit about Bobby Roode. Talk shit about the town,
Fair enough.
the city, whatever the hell they were. I forget. I think it was
Baltimore.
It was Baltimore.
Yep.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Actually, no, SmackDown was in Baltimore, so...
Yeah, I think this was Jersey or something.
Yeah, it was in Jersey, and then
'cause
SmackDown
you
was in
said-
Baltimore.
I believe it was Billy Joel or somebody. I don't know.
Yeah,
Either way, it was the best part, man.
Right, of course.
And match was what it's been.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, we have the Seth Rollins Open Challenge for the IC title, which I'm glad they're bringing something like this back because I will watch Seth Rollins wrestle anyone.
Rollins' promo was great. Everything was great. And then fucking Mojo comes out.
He's done this before.
I feel like he did.
No, he has.
I think it was in Wasn't it on Long Island?
I don't remember.
Because Zack Ryder was the hometown guy, so like he was doing the like open challenge.
Yeah.
Like it was gonna be Zack Ryder coming
This was
out.
right after his heel turn, I think, and he's done this before. It's always Mojo when it's these
yeah.
open challenges.
Yeah, well, I'm talking this time Mojo came out because it was in Long Island.
Oh, okay.
On Long Island.
Fair
I know.
enough.
I have friends on Long Island who get mad when you say in Long Island.
That's
but yeah, so Mojo comes out obviously to get the heel thing because everyone
Yeah.
thought Zack Ryder was coming out. But I'll tell you this: Seth Rollins really is a fucking god or a Jesus.
Well,
whatever
because
you
he can
wanna
make
call him.
any match like almost a 5-star match.
Dude, it was
Yeah.
it was maybe 6 minutes, 7-minute match, but it was good, man. I gotta say, it was Mojo's best match.
Maybe if he continues this next week, we do get Zack Ryder, and that's actually a match I would like to see: Zack Ryder and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I'd like to see a lot of it, man. I mean,
know.
There's so many opportunities.
Well,
Elias would be a fun match. Just
It reminds
because
me of, well, because they look alike.
They look alike. They've done that.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of when Cena was doing it. Those were almost 5-star matches every week.
Yeah.
Like the one with Sami Zayn was insane.
Yeah, that's really what got Cena over, I feel like, with the diehard
Oh,
fans
for
who
sure.
hated him.
For sure. And I hope they do the same with Rollins. Not like he needs to be any more over than he already is, but I want to see different matches with different opponents for him.
It's funny to me. The two most over guys in that company are Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, and neither one are in the title picture.
Braun could be.
Could be.
So,
If
I
he
mean,
wins
he's
Money
the
in the Bank,
closest
yeah.
one right now.
True.
And Seth at least has a title, which I think is more prestigious than the Universal title anyway.
Oh, well,
So,
yeah, dude.
'cause it's,
the
you know-
fucking hardcore title's more prestigious. If you want to go down the lineage of who's held it and everything else.
The new Cruiserweight title is more prestigious. Okay, yeah, that's pushing it. That's pushing it. Next up, obviously, Rollins won. I don't think we really need to say that.
Real
Mojo's
quick,
not
while
winning.
we're talking about the Universal title,
Ugh.
who's had, in your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, Kevin Owens or Brock Lesnar, who had the better run?
Well, you can't really compare them because someone's around all the time and then someone wasn't.
And Kevin Owens had Jericho. So would you say, even though Brock's gonna break CM Punk's reign, would you say Kevin Owens has been the best Universal Champion?
Yeah, well, Finn Balor is fucking better than Brock Lesnar. So yeah, Kevin Owens has had a better title run or Universal title run.
Yeah.
I forgot he had it though.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Well, that was the big thing with him and Jericho. That would have been awesome if they held the title all the way to Mania and
Yeah, it would have been
fight for it.
a real story as opposed to just Brock existing 4 times a year.
That was Goldberg and Brock, I believe.
Oh yeah, Goldberg
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
Universal Champion as well.
Yeah.
Oh god, the lineage of this belt is sad. Other than
Balor,
Finn and Kevin,
Owens,
great.
Goldberg, and
Nope,
No,
no
I
Roman.
I meant Brock. I don't know why I said Roman.
Oh, Roman will get it. Don't you
now.
worry. Roman will get it someday in like a year maybe. At not SummerSlam, WrestleMania next year. He'll probably get it.
Oh, Jesus.
Main event. Right.
I mean, he's earned it. He's earned the right to fight for it again, I believe.
Shut up. Just shut your fucking mouth. Next up, we have the Woken Warriors versus the former Miz Taraj. And obviously, the Warriors won because Miz Taraj that's their gimmick, is losing.
I like looking for Easter eggs in movies and stuff.
Okay.
And this Raw, that was basically all I was doing because it wasn't a great Raw.
No.
But you had Bo and Bray in the ring. That was kind of cool. Made me really hope that maybe Miz Taraj joins them.
Joins who?
The Woken Warriors.
I mean, I hope that's the main storyline here, but the way they booked this, it's probably not going to happen.
Well, I think, hear me out. They could.
Anything could happen.
They need somebody because that's their gimmick. You know what I mean? They're
know.
the backups.
They're super talented
I
too. Like
agree.
their promos are usually pretty good. They're pretty decent wrestlers, and like I want them to do something that isn't them being jobbers.
I agree.
So-
now let me get this thought out.
Sure.
Though. I think them joining would be awesome. Do the whole Woken thing for a couple
Miz Taraj,
weeks or whatever.
awesome.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then obviously Bray's gonna turn on Matt at some point.
Yeah.
Have the Miz Taraj go with Bray,
Okay.
and there's a new Wyatt
New
family
Wyatt
type
family.
deal or whatever, and you can have Brother Bo or
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't know. I want something like that to happen. Obviously, I like this team a lot. I don't want to see it end anytime soon. But if you play the long game, then sure, yeah, have that happen.
Well,
But
the Woken Warriors, or whatever the fuck their name is, they're not getting past Drew and Dolph, who've already beaten everybody in the tag division in 2 weeks.
And that's what's going to happen. I think if there's that's probably going to happen at Money in the Bank, right? Or at least after whatever's after
they
that.
got to hold them back a little bit, because if they give it to them right at Money in the Bank,
it's going to
they've
kill
got
them.
nothing to go forward
Right,
with. Who are they going to fight?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. I have a little bit of speculation that there might be like a tag team Money in the Bank or something.
I don't think that's happening, though.
There should be 3 Money in the Bank matches at least, but give the cruiserweights a Money in the Bank match, like something.
I
Give
felt
them
like
something
when
to
they
do.
said 3, that was the most logical. Even though the whole TLC thing started with tag teams, I heard people saying it wouldn't work with tag teams. That's how it started, guys. I don't know if you remember Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're like
the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian.
You put like 4 teams in a Money in the Bank, or like even, I mean, you can't really do 6. There aren't really that many right now. But you put like 4 or 5 even teams in a Money in the Bank match. That might be match of the night. Look at some of the tag teams you have.
I'm just saying the TLC whole concept started with that. They had to pull
But it
belts
doesn't
down.
matter.
They
It
had
doesn't
to pull
matter.
tag belts down. What makes pulling a briefcase down any different?
Things from the past don't matter unless your name is Chris Benoit. Because, I mean, they erased him completely. He doesn't matter.
He erased himself.
Well, yeah, that's fucked up. Next up, we had the main event, which was a main event. It was okay. I mean, people involved were all right. It was Roman versus Sammy versus Balor.
There was one cool spot, I think, where Roman was on the outside for a little bit, and they let Sammy and Finn go at it.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I watched that.
That was a good moment. I thought that was fun, little back and forth. I thought, it is what it is. I mean, Finn won.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know why he won.
Jinder stopped Roman from winning.
Yeah.
Which is a good storyline going forward, other than the fact that we get Jinder and Roman next.
Yeah, that's a terrible storyline going forward.
Okay.
It's going to be boring versus boring, talking about boring shit.
But Jinder's our savior right now. He's the savior of all Roman haters.
I like Jinder.
I do too.
But it's just like,
It's gonna be not
I
good.
will admit that.
No, it's going to be not good.
It's just they're just going to be. Jinder had bad matches with Orton, and Roman and Orton are kind of the same in the ring.
Roman needs to work with, I think, faster paced people.
Exactly.
And Jinder's not that, and it's not going to be great.
Or Braun and I know you hate Brock, but Brock and Roman work. It's got to be somebody that
But Brock
can
and
take
Roman
the
don't
reins.
work. Brock and Roman don't work.
I disagree.
You know what? We're always going to disagree on
Joe
that.
Roman didn't work.
That's true too. Yeah, they did the first time though, so I don't get it. I don't understand. But yeah, Balor wins, and that's going to be awesome.
They should have went with Sammy.
I agree.
Because it would have been hilarious, the promos back and forth between Owens and Zayn.
Because one's in, one's out. Yeah,
exactly. I thought that would be perfect, dude.
Sure, it'd be perfect.
Obviously, they're putting Finn in because he's a little white dude who can jump off ladders. That's what they think.
I know I didn't, like I said, I didn't see it, but I know there was a Bliss promo, like one of those iPhone promos or whatever. I would love to see her be in the women's Money in the Bank match. It seems like her shoulder injury that was talked about is nothing. So hopefully she gets into that match because she could do crazy shit. Twisted Bliss off the ladder. That'd be great.
Well, I think the whole spot that they're building for is Charlotte doing a moonsault off the top of a ladder.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
They gotta get
I do, but I don't.
They gotta get some big bitches in there to catch her because she's a big woman off the top of a ladder.
I don't want to see that. But other than that, there was not really anything going on other than that one match in the women's division.
Yeah, no.
Because there's been this Ronda Rousey thing that's kind of in limbo right now. She wasn't on Raw. There was no. I don't think they mentioned it or anything, right?
No, I know you hate Brock, but she's getting the Brock treatment from
not
Vince.
as bad. Not as bad. Oh, yeah, maybe
you know
treatment.
What I mean?
Sure.
Like Vince said, he wants her to be a special attraction.
I get that.
I'm sure she wants to be there. I'm sure it's different for Brock. Brock just likes showing up when he has to.
That's true, and getting paid. The only reason I mention it is because of the 2 newest signings to NXT or the Performance Center or whatever you want to call it.
Stables back together.
The 4 horsewomen of the MMA are finally going to be in the WWE together. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe at some point, but they're all signed right now. It's Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. They have finally signed. So I'm excited for hopefully a Survivor Series match between the 4 and the 4.
Yeah, well, the other 4 are going to get along.
That's true, but I feel like by Survivor Series they could make that work.
That's going to be a fast turnaround though for some of those girls.
It would be, but you know what? They'll make it work.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll just be like, fuck kayfabe, let's do it anyway, just because of the timing. But who knows? So I'm excited if that happens. Let's get to SmackDown. I think it was better because I actually watched it, so I guess I'm not a good judge.
I thought it was better too.
Okay, fair enough. We had.
I'm not just a SmackDown Mark. I think it moved.
I'm a
better.
SmackDown Mark.
I think it was everything. Oh no, I am too. But I'm saying like I don't just hate on Raw to hate
Right.
on Raw.
Sometimes Raw just goes on forever and never ends.
Right.
So it started with Paige. She was like, Backlash it happened.
Yeah, I loved. Yeah, great way to open, dummy.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that awful thing we did? What'd you think about it? Boo.
We're gonna do better tonight. It's fine.
Yeah.
And they started off better.
They did.
We had The Miz versus Jeff Hardy, which is a great matchup. It was a hell of a match. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It's gonna be weird. Miz won. It's gonna be weird not seeing Jeff in a ladder match, but he's probably gonna defend his title against someone.
Yeah, that made sense. I thought the finish was kind of cool, man. I thought hitting the Swanton, usually you're like, that's it, it's over, 1-2, and then Miz out of nowhere with the roll up.
There was a lot of false finishes. Miz kicked out of a lot of shit, which made Jeff look a little weak, but it made Miz look like $1 million. So I'm okay with it.
It's the new day and age, though.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you're going to get, 7 Swantons to pin one guy. Sometimes it'll take a half of one, Or sometimes it'll be the twist of fate, and that's what ends it.
Didn't he do 2 twists of fates, too? It was ridiculous. But I enjoyed it. It was a great match. And Miz is my early pick to win.
You know what I never understood?
What?
Why was the twist of fate so lethal when Matt did it, but not when Jeff did it?
I do not know. I have no answer for you.
Like, how much of a dick is Jeff towards his brother, where he's like, you know what, your finisher's only my setup.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miz is my early pick to be the winner of this. Because maybe, and here's what I'm kind of fantasy booking. Daniel Bryan has the title by Mania or something. And Miz cashes in on Daniel Bryan at Mania. You know what I mean? Something like that. I want Daniel Bryan and The Miz really bad, and I want it to be for something huge.
It could happen.
I know, that's why he's my early pick. But like I said, for the women, it's my early pick as well. So,
Who's your early pick for the women?
Charlotte,
Oh, right, yeah.
which we're going to get to right now. She was in a match with Peyton Royce after this.
Excellent match.
It was a great match. The wrong person won, in my opinion. But I get it. Charlotte needs to be in that match. I believe Billy will be in that match because they need to have some representation in the Money in the Bank. The Iconics do. Oh, by the way, they finally have a shirt on WWE Shop. They finally have one, and I will be buying it very soon.
You peaked right there, just about as loud as my chops hitting you in the chest.
I am very excited.
You're boned up, man.
I'm very excited about the
very
Iconics
aroused.
shirt. It's a nice look. It's just their logo, but it's clean. It's a clean logo. And I'm excited about it. But yeah, Charlotte won. She's in the Money in the Bank. She's the only other woman other than Ember Moon, and already that's stacked. Like those two alone. I think Becky might make her way in because she got the loss actually later on in the night against Mandy Rose.
Yeah, was that not a qualifier?
No.
Because I was confused after. I was like, no,
So I think Sonya Deville's going to be in, and
They
Becky
need
Lynch
heels.
is going to be in.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I don't know. It was fun. I mean, the match was good. And, well, I'm talking now I skipped ahead. I'm talking Mandy Rose and Becky. It was fine.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
What do you think of Mandy Rose's entrance?
It's basically what they wanted Lana to do, I feel.
I love it.
I do too. I mean, she's smoking hot.
She's super hot.
That's basically what her gimmick is.
It's just bizarre with the blurry screen and everything.
It's Goldust meets Lana.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. The theme music's pretty decent, and it's
I'm
just
sorry, not Lana. Emelina.
Emelina.
Goldust meets Emelina.
Yeah. Which
I'm
is
saying Lana because she took over.
She took that gimmick, yeah. So yeah, in between that, we had Cesaro versus Woods.
Great match.
The promo before it was even better.
That's what we have to talk about.
Yes.
The match was great. Everything, yada yada. It was all cool. Cesaro picked up the win. Woohoo!
Great.
But I'll tell you this: Sheamus is fucking great.
I can't believe
backstage.
it. I would
man.
never. You talked to me like years ago when Sheamus was at the peak of his like not popularity, but the peak of his push. I would have not believed you.
Well, when he had them fake ass dreads in his beard and fucking weird hair,
He still does that
he
sometimes.
was funny,
though.
dude.
He still
yeah.
does that sometimes.
But Cesaro set him up perfectly when he comes backstage. He goes, "What are you doing?" And Sheamus is just like matter of factly, "I'm eating Lucky Charms."
He's just sitting there eating
sad.
a giant, like a comedically large bag of Lucky Charms and just eating out of it because he's sad because he lost. And then they go back and forth for a little bit. Cesaro opens his duffel bag and there's like 200 pancakes, which is amazing and a waste of pancakes, but I love it. And Sheamus is laughing at him. And then he opens his duffel bag, more pancakes.
And his sell job was the best.
It was so over the top, but
pancakes,
but perfect. I love everything the bar does. And when they put these two together, I was like, "There's no fucking way, no way this is gonna work." and they are one of the best acts going right now, and it's amazing.
I know some people are like hate him or sick of him. I don't know why. It's too
Who, Sheamus?
top talent. Sheamus and
Not
Cesaro.
anymore.
No, you hear a lot of people, other podcasts or whatnot, that just don't dig the bar.
Really?
Which I don't get.
I don't get it either. I mean, no other podcasts matter, but but yeah, I enjoyed it. And did you see what happened to Xavier? He had a full hole in his tongue from taking that uppercut, and 2 almost holes.
Yeah.
That's fucking awful. I want to hear him cut a promo next week, really bad.
Trying not to make a Brad Maddox joke here.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Paige is on. She's the general manager. We got to be respectful.
Okay.
Maybe she's listening.
Let me go.
She's not listening.
He could fill the holes with more pancakes.
Perfect. Loved it.
It went PG for you guys.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, it's the PG era. You kind of got to stick to it. Not really. We're not PG. We had a Shinsuke Nakamura promo, which was great. Again, he's still saying he can't speak English. That's just fun, and it just solidified the fact that their feud, him and AJ, are going to continue.
And basically that means they're going to be more nut shots.
I
believe it was pretty great.
It was very funny. So many nut shots. It was fantastic. And then we had the Becky Lynch match I talked about. Sonya Deville was banned from ringside. That was the whole thing there. Then we had the main event. Daniel Bryan, the obvious winner, of course, versus Rusev Day for Money in the Bank qualifying match.
I just want to let it be known, I picked Rusev when they announced the match, and people were like, "You're an idiot."
Wait, what? You're telling me Daniel Bryan didn't win this match?
Yeah.
Oh.
I fucking knew they were going to go with Rusev. But
I actually know that. I did watch this. And I was very excited.
Because my whole thing is obviously they're going to have to do something with Big Cass and Bryan because the attack after the match at their Backlash match.
Yeah, and it just ended, like, Rusev won, which is fantastic, and it ended with just a sad Daniel Bryan sitting on the apron. I was like, oh, okay.
Smart move, though. You don't want a guy like Daniel Bryan with his, I know he's fine, but you don't want that kind of guy jumping off ladders right now.
No, definitely, I agree. This was the right choice. Rusev is super over. He's not going to win, but he's a good addition to the match. And again, that match is already stacked. I'm super excited for it. I'm already very excited for both of the ladder matches so far.
I agree. I think it's going to be fun, man. So, that's SmackDown.
That was SmackDown. That was pretty much what we got.
You wanted me to ask questions to the people on the Insta.
I thought it'd be a little fun thing to do. I kind of want to try and do it every week, or like every other week or something. I think people like it. I like it. I like fan interaction.
It's a fun thing to do, for sure.
So what do you got?
All right. I think this might have been a spelling error, but
that's fine.
It might have just been an autocorrect situation.
I have spelling errors using my mouth. So.
All right, so first one underneath here is Curbside Hero with a 0 instead of an O for the O.
Hero.
If 100 Dink the Clowns, I think he meant Doink.
Well, it could be Dink because he was a little midget.
Yeah, but then that's not a big deal. You're just fighting midgets.
Yeah, but 100 of them. That's
Let
why.
me finish the fucking question.
All right. It's because it's 100 midgets.
All right, 100 Dink the Clowns.
Thank you.
Attacked you. How many could you realistically fight off before they got the upper hand?
3.
I think
it ain't much.
He might have meant Dink.
I think so. Yeah.
It's midgets.
Right. Exactly.
You're only 3 midgets you could take off.
Well, I don't. How am I fighting? I mean, they're not just gonna go down immediately if I pop them.
Dude, have you ever seen any midget fight?
No, a real human?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucked up.
What the fuck, dude?
Sorry. No, I've never seen a midget and like
little person. Sorry, we'll be politically correct.
I've never seen a midget and like a normal sized person go at it. No.
All right.
Well, other than like in WWE, but that's different.
Well, I know this is probably not the right way to look at it, but I look at them like they're kind of like putties from Power Rangers, where if you hit them in the chest, they explode. And
and I said the fucked up thing.
Yeah, well,
you're blowing up midgets.
I do this shit on stage. It's fine, dude.
Fair enough.
I think I could realistically, in my head, if they're like, putties basically from Power Rangers,
but they're not.
And confetti pops out when you hit them in the chest.
Well, that'd be funny.
I'm gonna go with 35.
I
think by the 36th one,
there's 100 of them.
Yeah.
Say
dude, they come in one by one. If they come in one-on-one,
I don't think they are.
For 100.
See, I see an army of Dink the Clowns just in a lineup, like a war lineup coming at you. That's not
35.
one by one.
35 then.
I'm more realistic about this. I could not take many.
I'm being realistic.
They'd overpower me. Like they'd overpower you too. It's just it doesn't make any sense.
I would throw some haymakers, man. I'd pick one up and throw them at about 10 of the other ones. They all explode.
They don't explode.
Yes, they do. How do you know they don't?
That's true.
Have you ever seen them not explode?
I've never chopped a midget, so I don't know.
Boom. Answered.
This is an interesting question. Thank you. What was it? Hero, whatever?
Curbside Hero.
Yeah, that guy.
Very next one. Jerk of All Trades podcast.
Oh, another podcast where we shouldn't be promoting it.
No,
I'm just
kidding.
Them,
dude.
I'm kidding.
What was Titus O'Neil looking for when he did that baseball slide
under
under
the
the
ring.
ring.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle?
Yeah.
Not bad, dude.
Yeah, he was like, because I don't think Swoggle had been out there, so he was like, oh, he must be under here. It's a Royal Rumble.
I can't think of anything funny off the top of my head, so I'm going to go with maybe there was a leftover pancake from New Day.
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
Know. All right. We'll go with Immortal.Wrestling. Do
Okay.
you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, Seth Rollins?
I mean, we do.
Yeah.
We talk about Seth Rollins every week, and you are correct to say that he is our Lord and Savior of the wrestling business at the least.
All right, dude. I don't know if these are I's or L's. Lanarge_Mulak.
Sounds good to me.
We'll go with LLANEERG_MULAC. I wanted to make sure I get it out there for you, bro. And if they're not L's, they're I's.
Yeah.
This is my favorite question.
Oh, Jesus. All right. We've had some good ones.
Would you rather wear Goldust's wig every day for a whole year
Ew.
or lick Rikishi's sumo thong once after a particularly long and humid match?
I can tell you right now, I'm wearing that wig. For sure.
If I'm allowed,
sure.
that seems to get weird. The
I don't
Goldust
care.
wig.
Can I embrace Gold? Like, can I become Goldust with that wig, though?
Well,
Like, because
yeah, I
that
think
would.
you have to.
Okay. Yeah, I would start doing weird shit, and yeah, I'd do the wig.
I think
I think it smells better, too. I think he washes it, so.
I mean, so many people have had their face in Rikishi's ass, though. I would love to be a part of that company.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be. You'd just be licking it. That people don't lick
I'd
his
be
asshole.
licking Stone Cold's face.
No, you're not licking his
Vince
ass.
McMahon's
You're licking his
face.
actual asshole.
There's got to be residue coming out of them pores, dude.
That's not better.
You're not licking his asshole. You're licking
You're licking where the
thread.
asshole was.
I've licked some shit before, and I'll just say, give me a couple shots of whiskey. I'll take Rikishi's fucking thong.
All you, pal. You can take a couple if you want. You might catch something, but no fucking thank you.
All right.
Gross. One more.
One more?
What do you think? Two more?
I think we got maybe two more.
Okay.
All right, this
pressed
one's
for
for
time.
you, buddy.
This one's for me?
8, Harry King 8. Do you think Ty Dillinger deserves a push?
Yeah. I mean, at least a mid-card push, sure. I mean, he's, like, super talented. If you watch any of his NXT stuff, there's just he's a bucket of charisma. He's great. And the 10 gimmick was hot for a while, and then they just stopped putting him on TV. So, yeah, of course, he should.
Holyheck.exe.
Holy heck.
Do you think Jinder would have had a better run as champ if he weren't booked as a cliched foreigner heel
No.
who used Seth Rollins' tactics?
No.
I think that was the perfect way to book him.
Yeah.
I just think his opponents were the wrong choices.
Right,
It was basically Orton the whole time.
I mean, you can say that the foreign gimmicks don't work. He made it work fine.
agree.
He's great. Like, he's super charismatic. He's not the best wrestler, but if you're charismatic, you can make a title run work. I don't think it didn't work. I think it worked all right. It just went on a little long.
All right. Want to do one more?
Sure.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
What would you rather have at WrestleMania?
Ooh.
This is from Curiosaurus _ by the way.
Okay.
Miz versus Y2J
Ooh.
for the Intercontinental, for basically
Right, the
10th
title,
time.
yeah.
Or Miz versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE/Universal Championship, whichever one they're on.
It's Miz versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. I fantasy booked that earlier. There's no, I mean, yes, the hype of the IC title with the Miz is great, but I think he's going to break that on his own. So I don't think that's a story that needs to be told, to be honest. I think the match, if that does happen, him and Jericho will have a match. I just don't think it's Mania worthy, which sounds bad. But Daniel Bryan and Miz is a feud that's been building for like 2 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Have the blow off, or even like near the start of a feud, have him cash in at Mania and make it a huge moment for everyone involved, and then have them feud for like a year. I don't even care. I'll be so happy about it. What do you think?
I agree with everything you just said.
There's no reason for it to be Jericho and Miz. I don't think. Not at Mania.
But I will say that should happen.
Maybe at
If
like
Miz
SummerSlam
ties
or
it,
something. Yeah, for
you know
sure.
What I mean? Like, that would be awesome.
For sure, I agree.
Let's do two more.
Okay.
Real quick.
After the one more.
Wrestling Styles with a Z.
Okay, you must have found some good ass ones.
Thoughts on your current WWE programming?
Well, we're in kind of a slump right now because it's right after Mania for the most part. Backlash was kind of just a prior commitment they had to get through. I think it's about to pick up around Money in the Bank season. It usually does, just because that's one of the biggest pay-per-views they have that isn't part of the main four. Yeah, so what are we giving it? Pizza Slice rating? Like, what's the deal?
No, I'll just be honest with you.
It's fine.
It sucks sometimes, and
Well,
it's
yeah.
good sometimes.
Right,
It's,
I mean-
it's going to be this way all the way up until, basically, I think, SummerSlam. Yeah.
I mean, Mania. Mania. Money in the Bank will be fun
Yeah.
to talk about. I think there might be some surprises there, and we could even get a cash in. Who knows? Like,
yeah. I'll tell you this, dude. This is the time of the year, though, where if you miss a couple episodes of Raw or SmackDown, you're not going to miss too much.
Yeah, which is
you
why
can
I wasn't
pick
too
right back
worried.
up. Right,
I wasn't too worried about missing one.
All right,
but
last one, though. The Big Dog 420_. Who do you think honestly deserves next year's headline spot in the Hall of Fame?
in the Hall of Fame.
I like this
Ooh.
question because for me, it's Bam Bam Bigelow.
He wouldn't be a headliner.
He would be a headliner to me.
I mean, that's fine. China.
She wouldn't be a headliner because she's dead.
It doesn't matter.
You need the headliner to be there to make a speech.
That is not true. China deserves...
Basically, Bam Bam's dead too, I know.
Yeah.
He's just somebody I want in there.
China is definitely one of them. If they're trying to go more modern, take her.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Like-
I mean, it's just people basically from the Attitude Era have been the headliners recently.
Yeah.
So you pick someone from there and you're good.
The reason I want China is because she's not in it, which is
Neither is
insane.
Bam Bam.
Well, yeah, I know, but Bam, I don't know. They could.
Bam Bam did so much more.
I guess they're on the same level as far as headliner potential. But yeah, it's going to be Taker if he's retired. Even he might just go in and not be retired and have one more match and have that be that. I don't know.
That could happen.
But
man.
I think it'll be Taker. But I want China. I want her at least in it.
Yeah. I
Bam
think
Bam too.
everybody-
They
I think
both
they
should be.
deserve it. Definitely, dude. No lies there.
Viscera.
He's not in it.
No, he's
He
dead.
should be. He
Wait,
should be, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he's in it. No.
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I don't. No.
The Hall of Fame really doesn't matter much. I like watching
doesn't
the speeches,
matter.
and I know it means a lot to them. So
I mean, I thought
people
Hillbilly
to do it for them.
Jim was dead, and he wasn't. So.
I knew he wasn't, man. You don't
fucking
watch
had-
fucking The House on WWE or whatever the fuck it was called?
Oh, the old
In your
people?
house?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah.
I want to because
Dude, you gotta check it out.
I've
It's
heard it's
old
great.
now, but like
Right.
Mean Gene Okerlund's just a fucking creepy ass old dude. I love him.
But yeah,
Hitting on chicks all day.
Hillbilly Jim.
Hillbilly Jim's in it. Piper's in it.
So China and Bam Bam should be too.
Yeah, Taker's a good call for next year, man.
That's what I'm
It
thinking.
could happen. I think.
I mean, if they did Goldberg, come on,
Yeah,
Taker's better than
that's true.
Goldberg
That's very true.
by
man.
like a lot. So
I think is Brooklyn Brawler in it? Again, he wouldn't be a headliner, but there's so many people.
Brawler's got to be in. by now.
Owen's another one that everyone I agree with. He should be in.
Owen's not in the Hall of Fame.
Vader, no.
No, you're right. Vader's not in the Hall of Fame either.
No.
This could be a real good class coming up.
Well, I'm not,
Maybe.
These are all guys that have been up for the Hall of Fame. They're not in yet. So
I know.
Who knows?
It's so weird. Like Owen's a weird one. China, I kind of get because of the whole porn thing. Whatever.
Your headliner has to be someone alive though to make a speech.
I guess.
So
Yeah.
I think it's
So
gotta
it'll be Taker. But then you can have all those people you just mentioned as lower guys
right.
and get Vader in there while he's fucking alive. Like as bad as that sounds, he's not doing well and hasn't been for a while. So get Vader in there while you can.
You think X-Pac will ever get in?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe next year.
No,
No?
it'll be a while. It's gonna be like when they run out of people. The Godfather's in, so maybe not.
I think X-Pac would be a good one because he'd probably have a great speech.
Oh, I would
He's-
love to
he's-
see it.
I mean, his podcast too alone. I mean, just some of his stories are great. I think he'd be a fun speech.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say Taker. Taker's my official guess because that makes sense.
I can't think of anybody that would top it that's still
Yeah.
alive to make the ending speech. So I'll agree with you.
Yeah. All right.
I
Right
think
on.
they're gonna wait for Taker though for like a.
Taker. If Taker's not this year, guaranteed 100% next year.
Well, it's in New York, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a big spot. Maybe it could be Taker.
Yeah.
You're right.
And like I said, if it's not, then it'll be the next one for sure. There's no doubt in my mind.
I'll go with The Rock just to be different.
The Rock's not in the Hall of Fame. You're right. Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't think they can get him.
You don't think so? I think they could. I think The Rock. Well, he'll definitely be in someday for sure. Cena too. Like these are all Triple H.
Is
I
The
mean,
Rock in? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Ah, well,
Fuck it.
fuck it,
Guys,
Fuck The
thanks for
Rock.
checking
Wait.
us out. We're gonna fuck The Rock.
No, I like
That's
The Rock
me,
a lot.
man. I like The Rock too.
Yeah,
I
Dwayne.
don't like his silly ass fucking. Look at my private jet Instagram.
Shout out to Dwayne Johnson. If you ever want to come on the podcast, open invite, pal.
Yeah, tell Brock too, because I love to see Jake get fucking walled.
I would like to not have that happen.
So guys, thank you again. Check us out on patreon.com/stillrealafterparty if you want to be a guest on the podcast. That's the way to do it. It's fun, man. We had a great time talking with Sam. Thanks
What
to
else?
Caleb.
What else are we going to be bringing to the Patreon?
Well, that's the thing is I think we can talk about that next week in
Fair
detail.
enough. Fair enough. I like it.
But just know we're gonna
Little tease for you.
try to do some more chop shop shit and try to do some more little fun skits and
Little
different
skits,
things.
little fun
So,
things.
basically we're gonna start really taking care of that and having some more stuff on there. But until then, you can follow us on Instagram at StillRealToUs, TOUS. You can follow us on the Twitter at StillRealAP, Spreadshirt.com. Just
Shop.
search Still Real
Shop.spreadshirt.com.
Yeah, it's confusing.
It's all fucked up. But the link's in the description, pretty much wherever you're watching it. So,
There you go.
ayo,
Ayo, peace, love, and leg drops.
stay iconic.